Yeah, this is the most important part, indigenous HPV vaccine, the rhetoric and the reality. How good are you in terms of vocabulary? It is not only important to understand, but it is also important to reproduce the same words in the exam. You might be able to understand what the rhetoric means, but you need to reproduce the same term while writing the answers. So for that, you need to go back, because you are in the initial stages of your journey. Please go back to the dictionary, I would suggest. Okay? No harm in starting from scratch. Rather than facing hurdles in the later end of your journey, start from scratch. If you don't understand a word, please go back to the dictionary or Google search and understand the meaning and the usage also. Okay? The rhetoric and the reality. The rhetoric is what is said, and the reality, what is actually done. Okay? So that is the difference between the rhetoric and the reality. This is about a HPV vaccine. HPV is nothing but human papilloma virus, which is transmitted through sexual activities, and in some cases it has been found out that this is a cause for cervical cancer. This is not the only cause, but in some cases it is the cause. Okay? So this is about, this will come in the science and technology part, because government is planning to introduce the usage of HPV vaccine in girls. Okay? The mandatory use, like when you are born, there are some vaccines that are administered mandatorily, the BCG vaccine and the polio vaccine and everything. So on par with such vaccines, government is planning to introduce the administering of HPV vaccine to girls. Okay, but these researchers and the experts are pointing out that this is a very highly priced vaccine. Okay, but there are methods which can reduce the cost of these vaccines, but the government and the manufacturer, that is the Serum Institute of India, which produced which vaccine during COVID? There are two vaccines in India. Who produced what? Who produced the Covishield? Who produced the Covaxin? The Serum Institute of India produced the Covishield. The Bharat Biotech produced the Covaxin. Okay? So the Covishield is produced by the Serum Institute of India, and that is the same organization which has produced this HPV vaccine also in India. Okay? So these analysts are fearing that it is highly priced. Even though they have got this fund from Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for the research activities and the development of the vaccine, they have priced it very higher. That is what these researchers are feeling. Okay? So you need to go through this article in depth. I would be dealing with this article in the future. Okay? I would be dealing with the two important events that have happened in the last week. Okay? So this I would be dealing in the upcoming weeks.